There are two stages to setting up a digital event. Firstly, creating the event itself, which we're going to do in this video, and secondly, creating individual ticket options within that event, which we're going to do in the next video. To start us off, we're on our Society's dashboard. If you don't know how to get to this stage, please see the other video that shows you. And we're just going to scroll down to Manage Events. We're going to click Add Event. And this takes us through to one of these forms that just captures all the key information. So the first thing on the list is the name of the event. And this should start with the name of our society, which we can just copy and paste from the top. And then we're going to put the title of our event. So we're going to take a trip to Alton Towers. And the nominal code just lets the system know that the money for this event should go through to your society's bank account. You don't need to worry about this, but if you did need to change it for any reason, just get in contact with us. The event type should just be listed as society. And the start date and the end date should be the times when doors open and close for your event, or the bus leaves and arrives back. So for us, there's a bus leaving that we've booked on Saturday the 9th at 12 AM. And then we're going to be coming back on the same day, slightly later in the day. So we're going to click this button, which allows us to select specific times. So we're going to come back at 7 o'clock. But in the evening, so we're going to click that so it's PM. And then we'll just double check that the dates are the same, and we're good to go. And the description is just whatever you think people coming to this event need to know. So something along those lines, just to let people know what's going on, what they need to bring, and any other important information. The venue can be where the event's taking place, or it can also be where you're meeting to get on the bus. So for us, we're going to meet at the Students' Union. And the contact details can either be the contact details for the person organising the event, for example, a social secretary, or it can be the contact details for the society. And this is really important if you've got a really large society, because you might not want personal details being spread around that many people. But if you've only got a small event, you might be happy with that. It's a very personal choice. But for us, the event capacity is really important, because later on we're going to be deciding how many different types of ticket we're going to be selling to people. So we need to decide what's the maximum number of people that could possibly turn up to this event. So for us, we've only booked a bus that can hold 40 people. So that's what we're going to put here. Now, the thing to remember at this stage is that we could create the event with the information that we've already inputted. We don't need to do anything with advanced options, but might want to take a look, as some of the tools here are quite useful. To start us off, event code and cost center code should be left totally blank because they're used by other parts of the Students' Union. We might want to hide the available ticket count, and we shouldn't have any under 18s attending anyway. You should leave this as it is and also leave that ticked. The publish date timing can be really useful if you set your events up in advance. So for example, if you know that you've got an event in January and you're organising this event in November, you can set it so that tickets only go on sale, or this event only goes live from a specific date, for example 2 weeks beforehand. But we're going to leave this blank for now. Adding a logo can be a really nice way of personalising the event page, but remember that if you add a file to this, it needs to be in a square format. If it isn't, for example, if you've got a rectangular image, you can squarify it if you just Google, there's some apps that will do this for you. You can also link to an external URL, for example, a Facebook group or a Twitter page, so just insert that into here. And event tags can be a really good way of getting people to easily find your event. So we might see that people are searching the SU website for digital societies, and we want them to also find this event so that they'll come along. So we just type in whatever we want the tag to be and then press the comma. Please leave the terms and conditions as they are. So we'll just scroll back up and make sure that we filled in all of the entries that have a red star by them, because otherwise the system won't let us progress to the next stage. So we've done that, we've done that, we've done this. Looks good to go. So we're just going to click Save. Now, whenever you create an event, it's always good to look at it as a customer would if they were buying this ticket. So we're going to go to the Students' Union website, and search for our society. And actually, as you can see, our tag has worked because it's come up at the top of the search results. So we can see all of the information that we've inputted earlier, but the big thing missing here is an option to buy a ticket, and that's because we haven't set up any ticket types, which we're going to do in the next video.